Yeah, y'all, that's how we do it right here. Savage as fuck. Savage AF for those who still go to church. I don't know who you are. But this is Savage as fuck right here on Dash Radio, y'all. Dash Comedy is the channel on Dash Radio. Make sure you're downloading the app, right? If you're listening, you probably got it already. But make sure you're telling your friends about it. All those driving around in your brand new GM vehicles, right? Those 2018 and newers, right? I don't think there's any newers. I don't even think newers is a word. But you know, this is your boy Black Pedro right here, telling y'all to make sure that you're using that Dash app in your brand new GM vehicles. It's right there. It's built in, baby.
Guess what?
You don't have to do nothing. What's that, Cassie?
We're in Teslas too.
What?
Because we're on Slacker now.
Slacker.
So Slacker, let's school some of you people on
School
Dash
time.
Radio.
Hey, everybody pay attention. Timmy, get your finger out your nose.
So Dash Radio is our parent company to Dash Comedy, and they were picked up by Slacker, but which is 30 million listeners, I think, is something like that. So
they don't sound like slackers to me,
right? But Slacker only picked 18 channels from Dash, and Dash Comedy is one of them.
Oh
yeah! Yay!
Yay, Dash Comedy. Well, congratulations.
So now we're in
Cassie.
Teslas because I think Tesla has Slacker.
All right, so Dash Comedy is in the Tesla vehicles as well.
I don't know if I know anybody with a Tesla.
I do know a couple of people, and if you're rolling around silently right now, confusing the shit out of blind people trying to cross the street, go ahead in your Tesla. We're built in right there in your Dash, so just your finger touch away, a couple of touches away from listening to Dash Comedy right here. Also, guys, make sure that you, if you don't catch us on Wednesdays and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, make sure you do catch us on either iTunes or Stitcher or any of those platforms the following Monday for the latest episodes. That's how we get down right here. Savage as fuck, y'all. Right now, your boy Shang, he's my usual co-host. He's on the road, man. This man is a working comic. He's an icon in the industry. So right now he's in a place affectionately known as the Devil's Taint. He is in Phoenix, Arizona. He texted me earlier, said it's 112 degrees. And yeah, that's what that is. So he is out there sweating his ass off, and he is giving the comedy to the people, and that's how it is.
It's fucking hot out there.
It is, man. I can't take that shit.
I walked out of the airport one time and then walked right back in.
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, no, fuck that.
And we were actually talking about Phoenix, but we got our one of our special guests walking in the door, and it's also hot right here in LA. It's a bit of the Devil's Taint going on right here in Los Angeles right now. And it usually doesn't get like this hot until
like the devil's balls.
Well, yeah, we're not quite at the taint yet.
Yeah.
But we're definitely in the scrotum area of Lucifer himself.
In the pants.
In the seat of the crotch of the pants of the hot. Cassie Dang, what's going on with you, girl? You all right?
Yeah, I got a show on Monday.
Yeah.
It's 7:45 at the Laugh Factory, Hollywood.
That's Hollywood. That's Sunset and Laurel.
Right
there, Sunset near Crescent Heights.
8001 Sunset Boulevard.
8001. That's it. That's what it is, man. Tell the people about it. What's it called?
Dang Comedy Live presents the A-List.
The A-List, okay.
The A-List is going to be your favorite headliners.
Okay.
And so we've got Preacher Lawson, who's actually supposed to be on this show today, and Mary Lynn Rice Cub.
Yep.
From 24.
Yep.
And everything. Always Sunny. We've got Josh Wolf.
Yep.
From the E! Network. From, he has his own show. He was on Chelsea Handler. And then we have Byron Bowers.
Oh, yeah.
My Bibo.
Yeah, that's a funny lineup there.
Yeah, and Johnny Mitchell's a host.
That's it. Go get it, girl. So 7:45, Sunset. That's when? What's the date?
Monday the 9th.
Monday, July 9th. That's what it is. Happy 4th of July,
after
everybody.
your hangover cures.
Yeah.
Come out to a laugh.
Once you recover from this, happy 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We are, America likes to celebrate this, at least the idea of freedom. We don't always practice it. We don't seem to be that good at it. But, hey, hot dogs for everybody, right? Throw something on the barbecue right there. That being said, man, you know how we do right here, Savage as fuck. Whether Shang is here or not, man, we're going to hold it down. We're going to get it in. We always have special guests, some of the very, 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 very funniest people in America coming through here and dropping knowledge and jokes and just, bits of wisdom and sometimes threats. Those have come across on the show quite a few times. But this next guy just coming in, the struggle of LA is on your face. You hurry up and wait, try and get to one place, man, and you get there and the beads of sweat are there. You know what I mean? The work, you can't say the man didn't work to get here. The very funny Mr. Gary O'Neill, y'all. Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir,
It's usually crazier than this.
No, this is cool.
You caught it on a very calm beginning of our show.
No, this is cool. I appreciate you guys even having me out here.
Oh man, no, you're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome, bud.
Sweating really tough, and then, I'm getting dressed, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking like, all right, man, I just need to throw something on real quick. And I threw on all black.
All black everything.
Yeah, all black everything.
Yeah, it's one of those days where that's not cool. You begging for the sun to come beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell the people about yourself, man. What do you do? Where do you go?
I'm a stand-up comic / actor.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like pretty much everybody else out here in California.
At least on the show.
At least on the show.
Right.
I'm originally from Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
DMV in the building.
That's it.
And I'm just out here trying to, plant my flag, man.
That's it.
It's a battle, but only the chosen ones are made.
Select and chosen few.
Select and chosen few.
Yeah, man. So I'm a Detroit native, man, and it always used to bug me a little bit that DC got the Chocolate City moniker, right? Like that's one of the nicknames for cities have nicknames, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've heard of names, but not the Chocolate City.
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
Because it was. I was getting ready to say because
right.
it's no longer considered Chocolate City anymore
Right.
because all the white people moved into the city.
We call it gentrification.
Gentrification.
But yeah,
still
no.
it's really because of race is why it's called the Chocolate City. I thought maybe like they made chocolate there.
No, it's
Nothing
definitely.
like that.
It's because of the color of black people's skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Cassie Dang.
Milk
Write
chocolate.
that down, girl.
Milk chocolate.
Chocolate
No, I mean
City.
just chocolate in general, dark milk. Even some white chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of white chocolate.
It's
in
definitely
DC.
a bunch of mixed chocolate out there.
But yeah, like when I was growing up, and same thing is happening now in Detroit. But Detroit was like 94% black or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, how do they get to be Chocolate City and we not? You know what I mean? But
Eminem.
Because
of Eminem.
he threw off our numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked the numbers all
That
up.
was the 6% we needed to get over the top.
He made you
there.
guys cookies and cream.
That's it, man. How long you been in LA, man?
Man, I've been out here for 14 long years.
14, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But it seems like I've been out here a lot longer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But I
yeah.
guess that's when you struggling and shit, time just stretches.
That's how it is. It's like the opposite of when you're having fun.
Definitely the
No,
opposite.
definitely. But yeah, I've been out here 19 myself. So yeah, and you've probably seen the city change so much over time, man. Crazy. LA has changed so much.
Really?
So much construction, yeah.
Oh.
So many more
Like
places.
visually?
So many more places to shop and pay to park your car.
Yeah, but
It's,
you know what else
Interesting.
I've seen lately is they're building up condos and stuff like every other week. Like you'll drive down the block one week and nothing's there, and then the next thing you know, it's a 36 unit
Yeah, man.
apartment complex just right in front of your
They're
face.
spitting them out.
Yeah.
They're calling it Manhattan Wood, right? Where they're building like the residential on top and the commercial retail stuff on the
really?
bottom. And there's a big movement to stop it. There's a big movement to keep it going.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice, but the prices, man, they $2,000-$3,000 for like a 800 square foot place.
Yeah.
It's like,
I saw my friend moved into a really nice place right in Hollywood, right there, like on Franklin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
One, the windows are so low to the ground that I'm too scared. Like every time I get near it, my heart starts beating really fast. Like if I fell, I would fucking die. If I tripped on something, I would just go right out the window. There's no screens and it's fucking like a foot above the ground. It's
really?
it's crazy. Yeah. But anyway, other than that, it was really nice. But I just don't know. Like I have to walk my dog. I want a lawn for my dog. That's like my goal.
That's the goal. Life goals.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
you might have to move into the valley.
Oh hell no.
Man,
I don't understand why people don't like the valley though. I love the valley.
I just don't like driving far for anything.
That's how I feel living in LA. Like I lived in Culver City before.
Oh, that's far too. No,
Yeah,
I
that
won't do
traffic was so damn
Yeah.
bad.
But that is like the Irvine of LA, I think.
Yeah, it is a little bit different than the rest of LA.
That's right.
It's a separate municipality. They do things.
It
a
feels
little
like home
different.
to me because I'm from Orange County.
You like that? Yeah, you got to stay central in LA. The valley is it's over that hill is a problem, and then in the summer the heat is it's a problem.
But I'll take the heat over traffic any day.
See,
That traffic is some
if you central,
bullshit.
if you can find some centrality in LA, then traffic isn't a problem. But that's a hard thing to do for sure.
Exactly.
But speaking of moving, man, we might, on the show we talk, politics, entertainment, hot topics, blah blah blah. We might all have to move because last week SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, they lost their mind. Made a few decisions that made you go, what the fuck? But now, and I'm Cassie, I'm sure you might be interested in this, right? Anthony Kennedy, Justice Anthony Kennedy has announced his retirement, and it's not even like he didn't even give us any real like notice. It's like as of it is a 2-week notice, man, on some judge shit.
He probably just dropped the mic. Like that was the point. He was like, no, fuck this, I'm out.
I feel like it's kind of irresponsible for him to retire right now. Like, how could you? He was one of those liberal dissenting voices that was needed on the bench.
He was a swing.
Well, I guess swing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, and that's
the thing is, if it were like 10 years ago, then I would have been like, dope. Who are we getting instead?
Right.
Like let him go rest. Live their 12 years of his life or whatever the fuck. He's old, right? He's like 88.
Yeah, but I just feel like he knows that shit's getting ready to go down.
Yeah,
he knows it's getting ready. Everybody that's leaving, just like they not giving a 2 weeks notice, they just like, fuck it, I'm out. They know the shit's getting ready to go down. Everybody knows it. So.
I feel like nobody can retire before Ruth. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, man. Like, if she's still there, you gotta stick around, stick it out. But you're right. I mean, the shit is about to go down. But now it's like, this just opens the door for so much more. Like the Supreme Court is scary now. It's like scarier than Trump's presidency in general. Like I didn't see this coming, honestly.
Really?
Nah.
Really?
I mean,
everybody's quitting left and right. So
not like this. Like you knew it was a conservative court.
Oh, the lawyer in me always cares who's on SCOTUS, and also because I had to read so many of their opinions in my life. But yeah, no, that's always. I mean, they're all old, so it's like it's gonna happen soon. Like if I knew when I was in law school, it's like, oh shit, they're all. Like we have like 10 good years with this group, but I don't know. I think I trust Kennedy so that to know if it's a good time for him to fucking throw the towel in or not. Like maybe he knows that the next appointment's gonna be such a shitty judge anyway that he's like, it don't matter if there's 2 or 1.
So have you guys heard about who the front runner is supposedly?
Is it that chick, the hot chick?
That hot chick, judge,
hot justice.
Yeah. Tonight on Hot Justice, SCOTUS style. Who wants some SCOTUS on them, huh?
I mean, that's all I remember. So sue me.
Man, listen. So we are talking about. I guess you call her Milfy. Not to downgrade her credentials.
I don't know her. Does she have a kid?
Her name is Amy Coney Barrett. Does she have a kid? This woman is a mother of 7. Actually, she had 6.
She
had 6, adopted 1. So they're already slapping the family values tag on that, right? She used to intern or work under Antonin Scalia.
Oh, great.
Right, former justice, and he's like a conservative god. It's like Reagan, Scalia, and then Thomas Jefferson, I guess.
She's fairly young.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 46 years old.
Yeah.
Very young.
She's not even old enough to be president.
Well, and that's the scary part is that if somebody like this got through and
oh, she is old enough.
I don't know, just reading going over the bit of her profiles that I saw on online. I don't know. She kind of got that. I kind of got that Stepford mom, wife, judge vibe off of her.
If you follow Scalia at this day, it's like she is.
Wait a minute. Who said she was sexy? One of y'all said she was hot?
I said the hot chick.
They're calling her actually the phrase that they've been throwing out is telegenic. You know what I mean? She's look good on TV. Telegenic.
She can transport
yeah.
herself.
She was on Star
psychic?
Trek Deep Space Nine. You didn't see her? She's telegenic.
No, I thought that was pornographic.
I think it would be awesome to have a justice be psychic.
Be like, I know you did it.
Yeah, we know.
Pre-crime.
Well, she's not bad looking.
I mean, I don't even want to. I don't want to. I didn't even want to necessarily take it there. They're floating that out there. Her is telegenic, and I don't want to dismiss any of her credentials. She actually seems like an accomplished person in her field, an accomplished judge. She was nominated or appointed as an appellate judge back in October by Trump. So I don't know, but I'm just more concerned about her point of view. She seems to be a conservative, and the conservatives seem very happy.
Where did she come from?
Her age, like she's like 46 years old, like you said, like that shit is. She could be here for fucking ever.
She's middle of the road.
She could outlive me.
Wait, where is she from? Or where was she before this?
Let me see. She was a appellate court judge. I'm not sure what district or what region. But former Notre Dame law professor, served under Scalia. Yeah.
So she was
the 7th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals. So I don't know where the 7th Circuit is.
The appeal court?
Yeah.
Cool. That's the next court lower. So at least she has that.
Says she's supposedly part of some religious group that's a cult or something like that.
Jonestown, that was her.
But everybody.
I guess Dianne Feinstein brought up her religious beliefs, or she's a devout Catholic, and Feinstein kind of brought that up during her confirmation hearings as an appellate judge.
Ouch. She's got to suck. Wait, so what'd you say? What district?
7th Circuit, U.S. Court of Appeals. But yeah, with her name, Amy Coney Barrett. Yeah, she this kind of popped up as a front runner. Apparently, Trump has a list of a top 5. Nothing to do with hip hop artists, but he does have.
Maybe you never know. Kanye might be on that.
He probably is the number one.
What if Kanye was on that list?
Oh, by the way, we are aware that Lit is dead, right? And because of Donald Jr.
They buried it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so that's
a week ago.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have too many MCs.
No.
On staff there.
Did they bury Cray Cray yet?
It should be by now.
I fucking hate
at this point. It's a joke or a punchline, right?
Yeah. Well, I hate to hear people say, "Yo, I was legit late." You know what I mean? Like I'm legit 5 minutes away, or legit.
So the rest of the shit you say is illegit, right?
Exactly.
Bullshit, right?
Don't believe shit I say outside of me being legit 5 minutes late.
I put a legit tag on it.
Legitimacy.
I can no longer fully endorse my statements without the legit tag.
The legitimacy.
Oh man, so then like, how long does Ruth Bader Ginsburg last, man? Like, this is we're gonna
hopefully
be
forever.
It's gonna be some like Nazi court in like 2 years.
Sotomayor's cool.
Of course, and she's gonna be the only one. Like, it's just gonna be her.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it's gonna be like a Mean Girls SCOTUS.
Oh man, this is gonna be scary, bro. It's gonna be real scary.
Well, the scary thing is that people think you can just go and reverse Supreme Court rulings. It's like not like a district court or this is just all they do is interpret the Constitution, and the way that they interpreted it to begin with is probably a better way than the way they would do it now, pending some, other than some exceptions like biological stuff or whatever that we have technical advances in. Right. But when it comes to like Roe v. Wade, why do you want to go and reverse that when it's something that they thought about all of the aspects before, and nothing has changed. It's not like any of the technology that affects that decision has changed. They just want to go and reverse it. This doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't give any like trust or confidence from the people in the court systems and in like the Constitution. It really just degrades a lot of the traditional values that they want Americans to have, and they just want them to have it blindly because of despite how they act. It's fucking crazy. It's nuts that they want to do that shit.
That's how. I totally lost my point there. My mind went completely blank. It's like
Sorry.
She laid a lot of shit on us.
I went off.
It's like bam. I had a whole thing I was gonna say.
I try not to go lawyer.
That's why I never argue with you.
You shouldn't.
Well, yeah, that's the scary part about it.
I don't argue that often, but when I do, I'm right.
You know what I mean? Maybe
right.
just a competitive conversation especially about law. Although,
I don't do that. I don't do that shit.
Black people, we fraction the law a lot, so we should know it enough, but
fracture it.
A lot of think that everybody, like a lot of people think that they know the law, and it's like, no, that's not.
Especially cops.
That's not what that means. Nope, you get it wrong.
They rarely know the law.
Especially cops.
I mean, I don't propose to know everything, but
Yeah,
There are
but
certain
you
things
have
that it's like-
you have certifications that say that you know what the hell.
That's why I
you're
can't
talking
watch
about.
law TV shows.
Like you mean like the hot judge shows or whatever? Or you mean like hot
No, I
justice? Or
mean
you
like like drama series that are based on like legal drama series, you know? Because it's like when they're in the court and they say certain things, I want to like, what the fuck? Why would you don't have to say that, you know?
Law
like,
and
that's
Order
stupid.
type shit.
I like Law and Order because I like the stories because those are fucked up.
Do you
But,
stand
like,
up when they lie and be like, "That's bullshit. That's wrong"?
Objection to this show.
No, it just makes it's it's just less legit. Like
you
you
know
know, like
they
How
have
to Get Away with Murder and like fucking what else is I don't know. I don't watch them. That's why. Boston Legal, I guess. Those
okay.
those shows that are like about.
You know
law.
they have to embellish a lot of that shit. So
I love Suits until they start doing more courtroom scenes, and then I'm like, oh, I can't watch this no more.
You just watch it for the sex and hot talk. I've never seen.
I
that
just
show.
want to
I don't
see
know what goes on.
the Duchess.
I like First 48.
What's that?
I still have never watched that. That's when they talk about like they solve murders.
It should be called snitching because in the first 48, how the fuck do you solve a murder, a huge murder, in 48 hours unless you got a snitch?
Big Mac meals.
Wait, is it a real show?
Yeah,
Oh, like
it's really popular. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's a huge show.
No, but is it real? Is it like a reality show?
Yeah.
it's reality.
Oh, reality.
based. Yeah,
Cool.
so they take real cases
okay.
and they're trying to solve real murders, and they get real people in the room with the cops, and the cops,
Because it's funny.
just
It's
tell
because,
us who did it. And he's
yeah.
like, man, I can't do that. And then they're like, tell us who did it. He's like, it was Jimmy.
Come back from a commercial break. He leaned there smoking a cigarette. It was Tyrone Jenkins, Social Security number 576.
He got that filet of fish meal in him now. He's like, yeah, tartar sauce.
He's missing a
make you talk.
toenail on his right foot.
Speaking of, actually, we have a show on Dash Comedy. I'm just going to plug this. It's called Crime with Three Eyes. It's Rich Slayton and John Shefsky.
Okay.
And they record actually at the Comedy Store.
Crime with Three Eyes.
Yes, CRIIME. It's we air it here on the station and it's on iTunes. But they talk about, it's like kind of, they roast criminals in history. So they like take a criminal and then they just, and they like bring up the story. They talk about it with a comedian, usually a big comedian from Comedy Store. And then they don't roast him, but they kind of do. They kind of just talk about what an idiot this guy is for like whatever
trying
they
to
did.
do the crime.
And there's some really crazy ones. But check it out on Dash Comedy.
That's it. And speaking of plugs, man, right here, Savage as Fuck on Dash Radio. Gary, make sure you hit them with your social media, man. Let the people know where they can follow you.
Absolutely. Give me just a second. You know what's so
You don't
funny?
know your social media?
I do.
That's like the only thing you should know.
It's Gary W. O'Neill Comedian on Instagram.
Okay.
On Facebook, it's Gary Wayne O'Neill Jr. It is the whitest name for the blackest guy. Gary Wayne O'Neill Jr. ONDAL. Yes.
What about Instagram?
That means you know your dad, too, and everything.
That's my IG. My IG is GW O'Neill Comedian.
GW O'Neill.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I do
That's
know
for the
my
people.
dad. Really quick, just interesting point here. It's funny you say because I do know my dad. Me and my dad are beefing right now.
Okay.
Oh, no.
My dad's upset with me because I post things about my mom on Facebook a lot more than I post about him.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird because I
Oh,
think
he's jealous?
I'm not going to say he's jealous, but
Are they together?
No, my mom and dad have been separated for well over 13 years. They're both remarried, but it's just
That's
funny.
hilarious.
He's no longer
jealous.
talking to me
Oh my
because
God.
I don't post things about him. My dad, listen.
Do you think he'll like that you're talking about him at least on the show?
I don't know. Look,
I'm
I
just
blocked
kidding.
him. I blocked him over.
Oh no.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
He's like, you didn't see that damn pork shoulder I roasted, man? You didn't see that? You ain't even gonna comment on that, huh? God
Yeah,
damn it.
he's really upset about this. And I'm thinking to myself, this is how guys and girls do when they argue. Like, you won't post enough pictures.
Yeah. It is.
And maybe he
Why
won't
you ain't
say
liking
anything.
my posts?
He's not saying anything to me about it, I guess, because he doesn't want to seem like a punk. But you are
like-
a fucking punk.
But
it's
what are you
not-
doing? What type of attention are you like? Are you posting pictures
just
or just
of my mom. Like, it was Mother's Day and her birthday and a few other things. I didn't post anything for him, but he told this shit to my brother that he felt some type of way because I made it look like he wasn't in my life. I'm like, what the fuck?
And he knew it was gonna get back to you through your brother, right?
Not really, because I had to ask I was talking to my brother one day. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with Dad? And he was like, well, I'm going to just let you know.
So your brother wasn't even gonna tell you either.
He wasn't
huh?
going to tell me.
So how does this get reconciled? What happens? Like,
You know what? My dad's a Leo and I'm a Taurus. I'm not really into that astrological shit, but
Yeah.
I mean, at this point I am now.
Right,
because
right.
it's just weird because we bump heads so fucking much to be just alike.
right.
And I always have to be the bigger man and call him when things are going wrong. But I'm gonna let him sweat this one out.
That's it.
my
'Cause if
mom,
he-
my mom asks me not to put pictures of her on Facebook.
Really?
But she doesn't. She's so Asian. She's like the Facebook. The Facebook. I don't want pictures on the Facebook.
Stupid.
I'm like, okay, mom. That's really. It's hilarious. But I do anyway. Obviously.
My mom uses Facebook, like the comment section, to like try and have real conversations with my
I
sister
love it.
and I. And
That's
we're like,
hilarious.
Mom, that's not what this is for.
That's such a mom thing to do.
What time are you gonna be at the? It's like that's not something
I sometimes
I'm about
do
to
that.
announce.
I do that sometimes too. But but that's such a mom thing to do. If my mom, I just taught her how to fucking text. My mom.
Really?
Let's just stop. I mean, a few years ago, but let's just let that one ride for a while.
Yeah, that's.
I can't handle her on Facebook.
So she wasn't using a cell phone before then?
She was just calling me. Ew. It's like, please stop calling me. Let's learn how to text. It took me like 2 years to teach her, but she's got it now. She's just learned GPS. You guys.
Okay.
I know. She's no longer gonna get lost. She's had GPS in all her Lexuses forever.
Her Lexi.
Her Lexi. That's what I say, Lexi. But Lexi, but she never used the fucking navigation. My parents are so Asian.
Did she still have a Thomas guide in the back?
Like she could use that. No way. She'll just drive around until she recognizes something.
She's like, you live on page 302.
Could you imagine how? I mean, before technology, how the fuck were we getting around? Like
We were
literally,
printing it
I
out
had
on MapQuest.
I had a Thomas guide. That was like a gift I gave to my sister when she first moved to LA. I was like, here, keep this in the back of your car. And
that comes in the welcoming packet because my
Yeah.
boy gave me one. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
This is just a book full of map pages. It's like all of Los Angeles inside of one book, and you look up a street name and it'll tell you what intersections, and if you have the two intersections, you could look it up in the back, and then you could see how to get there.
You know what I did?
I still use that. I use that but I use it for like looking for places to rent.
But how does that?
I just circle the neighborhoods, or I like look at where something is. I'm like, oh, that's where it is.
I drove around on the streets for 2 years before I learned the highways.
Okay.
What?
And then, I drove around because I used to, when I first moved here, I lived in Los Feliz, which is just right down the block here.
Yeah.
And I worked on Wilcox. I used to work at a club called National. It's where
I
Sayers
remember
Club
that.
is.
Yeah, I
now.
remember that.
And I could just drive there. But if I had any other things that I needed to do, I would just drive I would drive on the streets until because the highways were so confusing. Because if you're not paying attention, the 10 can turn into something else, or So I drove for 2 years on the streets, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take this chance.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's the best way to navigate LA. Anyways, if you can avoid the highway for most part, just don't even jump on it, man.
No, fuck that. I would lose my mind on the streets.
On the streets,
I would
on these
lose
streets.
my mind. People like just stop in the middle of the street for no reason, or like block all of the lanes. I don't know. I didn't lose it today. I was driving from Irvine, and I didn't lose it until I got off the freeway.
I've been driving the streets so long, man. Waze is useless to me.
What?
Because I know all the back.
I'm like,
no,
yeah,
Waze
me
is
too.
the shit.
I'm not saying
okay?
it's useless. I'm saying to me,
Okay.
anytime I've used Waze, I'm like, yeah, I was gonna go that way.
But
anyway.
Waze tells you where the cops are because I report those things. So I'm a contributor.
So
to
we
the
owe
Waze
that
use.
to you.
You're welcome.
go.
I get
Thank you.
I get several thank yous for all of my posting. And then today, actually, I thanked Waze, the Waze gods, because it said there's a car stopped on the road, and I was able to avoid that lane. And I was
Yeah.
like, I would have still been in that fucking lane if it was not for the Waze. Thank you. So thanks,
Hilarious.
Waze. You should sponsor us.
No, I get it. I'm not saying it's useless. I'm just saying I don't use it because I'm like, I know how to- I dip. I dip
you're
through the
psychic and you
street.
know-
Yeah,
you
they
know
can't
where
stop
all
me.
the cops are.
I bend corners. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get out.
Nah, but have you ever done this before? Now, this pisses me off. When you follow a bunch of people because you think they're on Waze, but you're driving down the street that's a dead end. So all of y'all stuck down at the end of the street.
Just cul-de-sac
follow
life. You
people.
like
Cul-de-sac life. Sack life.
got sacked again.
Sack life.
In ways I trust.
Oh man, speaking
Fuck the other
of
people.
cul-de-sacs, have y'all heard about this Thai soccer team and their coach that is
Yes.
stuck in the caves?
Cave, yeah.
This shit is crazy, man. Now, so after 9 days, they finally been found alive. Thank goodness. It's 12 boys. They range from like ages 11 to 16 in Thailand there, and so they've been able to get them supplies. But the challenge is like trying to get them out now because it's the rainy season there. And this is crazy. I was just in Thailand about a year ago, so this is the rainy season, and water is starting to build up and rise within the cave system. This is. I heard the Thai Navy SEALs. they left them 4 months of worth of supplies. So that suggests that they might
be there for a minute.
Yeah, they might have to wait out the rainy season. I don't know, but that's the. I guess my question is, soccer team, youth soccer team, young boys, led by a grown ass man.
No, a 24-year-old.
But that's a grown ass man.
Yeah,
No,
but that's scary.
But he's not responsible.
If I was 24 and it was over a week with these fucking, like, how many kids? 10 kids or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
that's a lot of kids.
That's fucking
12.
scary.
It's 12 kids.
But it's one guy?
Yes, one 24-year-old coach. How did they even get?
What the fuck are they doing in the cave? Yeah, like I'm like, what?
I think it was the weather. I was talking about this last night with my uncle, and he was saying that there was a huge rainstorm or a huge something really bad weather happening, and they had to go hide in this cave, and then they couldn't get out of the cave.
See, that's the irresponsible shit about a 24-year-old because you're supposed to check the weather, and you got people's kids. Couldn't have been no black kids. Couldn't have been no black kids because the mom would have jumped down there and got them.
and we first of all, we're not going in no cave.
They're all alive.
I get it.
I would have them babysit.
This is I don't know about that, but what if they have to be in there for like 4? It's pitch black in this motherfucker. Like
they probably made fire. It's kind of like they probably like.
It's wet as shit. It's the rainy. There's nothing to make fire. They're a soccer team.
What if they're the Boy Scouts?
This gonna be a bad Disney movie. They use their soccer skills to kick their way out of danger. Cave goals.
I pictured like flints on their feet. I picture flints on their feet, and they're like kicking like the rocks to make fire.
Failed spelunker turned coach gets a chance of redemption.
I started kicking spelunking rocks, and then I play soccer ball.
It's gonna be a movie.
It has to be.
It's gonna be a movie.
Just hope nobody eats anybody.
I called this story #cave life. You know what I mean? It's I don't get what he took him in a cave because of the rain.
I guess.
What happened back to the team bus? I played team sports. Coach always back to the bus.
Yeah,
this is universal for back to the fucking bus, man.
I want to know what they ate.
Or in Thailand, maybe it was a tuk-tuk. But just get back to it.
Again, it would be funny as hell.
We do have Jeff Urea in the building.
Hey, Jeff Urea.
Hi, good to be here.
Hola, Jeff
Technically,
Urea.
guys, they've already done a movie about miners in a cave. It's called The 33.
No, I know. but now this is kids with soccer, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll be better because they'll be practicing in the dark. Mm-hmm. And so when you turn on the lights, they'll just be like, oh, this is easy.
Hey, look, it couldn't have been no black kids because they'd be like, why the fuck we ain't going to the bus? I'm not going in there. I got shit to do tomorrow.
Get back to the fucking team
How long do you think before like one of those kids jerked off in the cave, right?
It's like, it's pitch black.
Fucking
Nobody
Pete,
can see.
what are you doing, dude? We've been here for like an hour. You got to jerk off.
Yeah, but the 24-year-old will probably jerk off way faster than they do because he's probably been doing it a lot before they have.
This sucks, bro. This is gonna be like Lord of the Flies in a cave. They gonna go in there.
That was one of my favorite movies.
I know these motherfuckers gonna have.
Despite all my rage, I'm still trapped in a cave.
A boy in a cave.
Whoa.
See, who says we need music on our show? I didn't put music on the today.
They gotta
drive a Chevrolet.
People are like, why can't they go back the way the rescuers came in? Like there are these like little tiny ass crawl space holes where you will flip out and lose your mind. I'm like, oh God, this is.
You really gotta want to see some shit to crawl through some holes that small.
You really.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, I gotta get.
You're absolutely right.
To get to the cave of life. Yeah, man, I really got to get to the bottom of how they got into this cave in the first place, and it took them 9 days to find these dudes, man. Has anybody seen the map of like where they are? And
they said there's a kilometer underground.
No, can you let me pull?
Yeah, they're like almost 2 miles into this cave system,
like down below.
Yeah, man, it's like inside of a mountain. They are, it's. Prayers out to them, to the families, and we hope these kids get back safe. Yes. But I do think maybe this soccer coach, I don't know the exact same, but he might need a good slapping.
He's gonna all this time that he's down there, he better be coming up with a hell of an explanation because this shit, I mean, it just can't be explained.
Yeah, apparently there's a flash flood or there's a flood.
Well, yeah, it's the rainy season. That's the problem. Like the rains kick up and mud and water and all that slides down and it gets into the cave system.
They got pictures of them down in there.
Yeah, when they found them, they have Facebook Live.
Rescuers got in there. Like they can get in there. It's just like getting them back out because like what the rescuers had to go through is like, you know, it's like crawling through air vent size spaces. You know what I mean? Like shit that would, you know, you got to be mentally tough to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know, you take an 11-year-old kid in there, he's fucking freaked the fuck out, right?
But they're not even out yet.
And some of those, no, they're not out. No, they're not out.
Holy shit, they're not even out yet.
They can't get them out.
That's crazy.
See, I didn't know they weren't out. Like I heard, oh, they found these kids. Great.
No. Some of the
they're giving them 4 months worth of food.
They gave them 4 months. That's what I said.
What?
I said
Wow.
that. No, they might have to wait until October when the rains
and they're
subside.
teaching them how to dive.
They have to. The access
insane.
the access areas have been flooded now. Like the places that the rescuers came in, like yeah, they're underwater now. Like they have to. They're sitting in a pitch black hole in the earth.
Unfucking
like there's no light down there until the rescuers
two
came.
kids jerking off right now.
My mind. Look, you know what? I don't even think my penis would get hard.
Yo,
Yeah,
no,
right?
listen.
I don't even think my penis would get hard.
Have you guys ever really been like in a pitch black situation? Like a couple of times traveling to overseas to entertain the troops, Afghanistan and shit. Like you fly in Afghanistan, they turn off all the fucking lights on the plane, right? So like it goes from ha sitting there to you can't see the hand in front of your face. Like that shit kind of freaked me out. I didn't flip out, but you're just kind of like, okay, everybody's still here, everything's fine. You just can't see any of it. You go out at night on one of these fob bases or whatever, you can't have a flashlight out there like that. Like you're walking out, the moon isn't out. It is pitch fucking black, dog. Like you can't see shit. That shit was.
And you're in a cave and the water's rising.
They said that they were like laying still for a very long time because they're like on some muddy slope.
Yeah, they're on
like they couldn't move.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They had to climb up to avoid
the flood.
The water and the flood, man.
I mean, I'm not claustrophobic, but I mean, if these caves are extremely small, I'm flipping the fuck out. I'm sorry. There's no jacking off. I probably won't even be hungry. Like, there's nothing.
Oxygen. I think oxygen becomes an issue after a while. Right?
Oh, so I think they went in for fun because like they say that tourists go into this. Like the cave is popular with tourists who venture into the cavernous entrance. However, the tunnels narrow to the point that it's only possible to crawl through them. So they probably the park officer found their bikes near the cave entrance. So they went exploring into this cave and then got stuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that coach need his ass whooped.
He need his ass
whooped. Yeah, that coach need his ass good and whooped. When Zaza's up, boy, he gonna get bamboo strokes when they get him out of there.
They need to play. It's a game we should play in DC called 500 butt on the pole. It's a basketball game where if you miss your shot, they hit you in your nuts with the basketball.
What?
They need to do this with the soccer ball.
Wait a minute. Explain this.
You never heard of 500 butt on? Well, it's a DC thing. 500 butt on the pole. You get the first person to get to 500 gets to hit the other person in the nuts with the ball.
Really?
Or the butt.
How do you get 500?
Shooting.
Oh,
scoring points. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
it's
you
called
were talking about
500 butt on the pole.
I thought you were talking about soccer.
Butt on the pole.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's in Detroit. We just played 21. Good old 2-1. Pick
horse.
them up.
Like
just
horse.
Pick up, little horse.
A horse around the world.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. That's all I know how to play.
But something needs to happen to him because 12 kids and no adult supervision besides you. Parents must either they don't give a shit or they really trust him.
Boy, and I think as a soccer coach, I'm gonna question what the fuck are my kids doing crawling in the tightest spot in the cave. Like, my old football and track coaches, they take us on some adventures. We go out to the park and run up a hill or run around some trees or something like that. But
hey, kids, follow me. We're going to go to this cave.
A cave?
Don't tell your parents.
Yeah, we're going to do something real different today.
Yeah, cave, a dark-ass cave. Like,
with the tiny little tunnels. Like he had, even the coach was probably a kid to fit through the tunnels.
Y'all ever heard of spelunking?
Oh my god!
My sister tried to make me season though.
My sister tried to get me to go in this cave in Hawaii where she lives, and I stopped at like 6 feet in. I'm like, this is as far as I go. I was like, I don't go into caves.
Nope.
My nieces are like, come on, we go in here all the time. I'm like, Auntie, don't cave.
In Trinidad and Tobago, they have a cave system called Carlsbad Caverns, and we've been in there, right? But that shit was on like a fucking train. You know what I mean?
really?
Like they had a whole little train track built, and you go and you chugga in and you chugga out, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool with that because it's been there's a train. You know what I'm saying?
I went
like,
in Australia. We canoed through caves in Australia, and it was really nice. You could see like all this cool. It did go to like right above your head, but it's Australia. There's a drought. You know, like there's no flooding happening there.
I can't do anything extremely chancy. I mean, the craziest thing that I will do is skydive, and that's it.
That's fun.
That's the last thing I do.
That's the last thing I do.
As soon as you tell me the plane stops working, then I'll be the first motherfucker to jump out. Right.
The scariest part is right when you're about to jump.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you're out on the ledge of the plane, and that's literally the only time that you're like so scared.
I think I've seen a picture of you.
Oh yeah, I think my cover photo is my cleavage from
the
in the air.
Air cleavage.
But I went skydiving in Australia, and that was way better than Camarillo. Sorry.
I'm gonna do it in Paris, maybe
Lake
before
Paris?
the end of the summer.
Lake Paris?
Paris, California.
Yeah, Lake Paris. Cool. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
The problem is that here they have a limit of like, you have to go less than 15,000 feet. So most companies will take you like 12, 13,000.
That's fine.
But when you're in like somewhere where, like Australia that has no standards or don't care, you can go at 30,000 feet, and it's like the same as commercial flights.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, which basically means that you're probably gonna have to wear oxygen.
So it's free fall for a minute. Fucking Preacher Lawson is the fucking worst. Preacher's like looking around, and I'm like, "Hello, do you see me? What an ass!"
I know. I look straight at you.
Walking in the studio now.
Let's have you right there.
Yeah. I think sorry, I'm late.
That's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, our second guest has arrived. Bruno Mars t-shirt and all, getting in here, getting comfortable in the studio
here.
here.
A broken headphone, man. One of these speakers ain't even on.
See, yeah.
Did you just break that, Jeff?
Oops.
All right.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's coming out of somebody's check.
Hey,
today.
make your mark as you come in. That's it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, very, very funny. You may know him from America's Got Talent. You got it. We get it. Hit it. And then try that. Unplug that. Here we go.
Continue. He's used to. He knows.
Yeah,
He knows.
we're good.
No, we good. Mr. Preacher Lawson, y'all.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, baby? You good? You good?
Good to see you.
Preacher, tell the people about yourself, man. Tell the people about
Hey,
yourself.
man, my name is Preacher Lawson, and I'm a comedian. I'm 5'11". For some reason, people think I'm like 6'2".
Really?
Online. Yeah, and I just don't correct them.
This intro is turned into a dating profile.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm a
and I
Sagittarius.
love long walks on the beach. I really do, though. Like, those are pretty dope.
Yeah. They're not, I mean, nobody hates
They
them.
do
Yeah.
cleanse your soul
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
It does.
Where you from, Preacher?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
That's it, sir.
Yeah, I was born in Portland, Oregon,
Okay.
and I've been here 2 years.
Okay. You like LA?
I love LA, man. I mean, I don't like the people, but I love the weather. The weather is
Nice,
so
people say.
amazing. I love it.
Yeah, you can't beat that weather, man. Can't beat that weather.
Yeah, man. It's like dry heat. I mean, it's like Florida. It's like LA is like a less humid Miami.
Yeah, man. I only been to Miami once, and I was there like the first 2 hours I was there. We got some drinks, hit the beach, and I was like, "Hey, this is like Vegas in swimming trunks." I was like, you can just walk around and drink, but yeah, it did have that kind of
Yeah, it
West
just
Coast
has a
day drink party vibe.
Oh, yeah. Crazy thing
Speaking of
Everybody has a
LA,
big booty.
feeling like Miami,
Oh yeah.
we got the King.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
I get where you. I get how you got there.
See how I got there?
no,
You got
we-
there? See how I got there?
Yes.
Yeah. Although he didn't.
I'm
he
surprised we
didn't,
haven't talked about it yet.
He didn't.
Pedro.
Well, we were getting into it.
Were we waiting for
it was on
Preacher?
the list. I mean, no. I was.
What were we trying to get into?
We were just talking about skydiving. That's why. And then
Yeah.
Oh, I would love skydiving. I think everyone should do it. It gives you a new release and new perspective on
Have
life.
you been? Have
Yeah.
you been skydiving? So, and you have two, Gary?
No, I
you
want
want
to
to
go.
go?
Yeah, it'll
Oh,
be
Paris. It's
our
gonna be your first time.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the only, and this is rare that Pedro is the traditional Negro who's like, I'm not jumping out of a functioning plane, like a plane that works. The landing gear is okay, both engines running.
You done something crazy in your life.
Of course, yeah, but that's just not one of them. Like I have a few fears. Like I'm not skydiving. I'm not jumping out of a plane. Not fucking with sharks. Like open water, ocean,
hell.
swimming. I can't. The thought is terrifying. Can't
That's
do
in
that.
that's in the Black Handbook. You can't do that shit.
Yeah. No, so like scuba diving is out for me. Like I'm just not ever gonna do that. Just can't.
I'll do it. I'll do whatever, man. Scuba dive. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you say you're scared of sharks.
Yeah, my mama took me to see Jaws way too. Like I was like 3.
That was
I
a long
love
ass
doing
time
things
ago.
I'm scared
I get
of,
it.
man.
It's just
Yeah.
I
fundamental.
love doing things I'm scared of.
Yeah, me too.
Makes me feel.
Yeah.
I went skydiving, and rock climbing is way more terrifying than skydiving. I wasn't even scared when I skydived.
I climb.
When you jump out of the plane.
When you jump out the plane,
When you're
it's not.
right before you jump.
Right before you jump is where everyone's scared.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I wasn't scared though.
Really?
No, because the day before, I think I performed on America's Got Talent, so that took all my scared emotions. I was scared.
Oh, yeah.
You literally went the day after your America's Got Talent
Yeah, because it was my birthday.
Oh,
March 13th. Yeah, March 13th of last year is when I went on the show, which is my grandma's birthday. Fun fact, happy birthday, grandma.
Happy birthday.
And
birthday.
on March 14th is my birthday, so my ex took me to skydive.
Okay, that's dope. Man.
Yeah, we're not together
You guys
anymore.
broke up?
We sure did. She's not a good person. All right, so we're not good.
I was like,
that
did
was
she-
actually
did she make the
that was
jump?
actually the substitute of the word I wanted to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you was getting some off my shoulder. He was just patting me like it's okay. No, it's okay.
We
I don't
deal,
think she's
we deal a lot with breakup on this show.
Everybody's going through one right now. So it's
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes,
on our show,
yes.
yeah. Everybody's.
That's so
It's like
funny.
we actually.
Who got cheated on though?
You won't-
Anybody else get cheated on? No.
I don't think
She
so.
didn't cheat on me, but she might. I think she cheated on me. I'm pretty sure she cheated on me.
That would
but
be
I found out
misleading
after we
of you
broke up.
saying that if she hadn't.
Huh?
That would be misleading for you to say that if she
Well,
hadn't.
because I'm pretty sure she cheated on me.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
I didn't find out until afterwards.
Well, you know, women will
I'll-
rationalize it. They'll do it like they'll move on without telling you, and
Yeah.
then it's not cheating. They
That's what
just-
she did.
they moved
She
on.
got mad because I went on the. See, I went and we broke up, but we were still talking. We was doing that thing.
Yeah.
We were still talking, and I was hanging out with some other girl on the weekend. Came back, and she asked me if I did anything. I was like, yeah, I was hanging out with this other girl, and then she got mad. She's like, take all your stuff, and I'm like, all right, because I was trying to break up with you for the longest time. Like I've been trying to.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. I grabbed my stuff, and then the way I went about it, I felt bad. So I was like, let me just at least apologize before I never see her again. So I went back to apologize. And I knew she was texting some other dudes. And I didn't walk in on anybody. I didn't walk in.
right.
But I did give her my Apple Watch. And I started checking the text. I never ever went through. But I was like, I'm pretty sure she messing with somebody. But I went through the text messages. She was messing with like 6 dudes. Wow. I was like, yo, that's pretty impressive. Like at first, I got mad afterwards, but then I was like, how do you
Yeah,
balance
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Because you text me all the time,
Right.
and she was talking about I miss you and this with some other dude. And like, you already missed somebody? Like, it's been a month.
So you about to make me
She was
go?
talking
You
about-
about to make me go to my ex's house and flatten all her fucking
Bruh,
tires?
I broke the front door, actually. I was really upset.
You know,
Yeah.
I actually found out. I was with a guy. I lived with him for 3.5 years, and then found out later from a text message as well, but I went through his text messages.
Yeah.
But only after we broke up, because I was like, there's something going on here. And of course, they were on I love you. We broke up a week before. They were on I love you basis.
So that means
Yeah.
that he was dealing with her
Yeah,
for a
he'd been
long
doing it
time.
for like a while, like
Yeah.
at least a year.
He was cheating.
Yeah, for sure. And this is when I worked at CAA, and I lived near Disneyland, so I was commuting from Orange County all the way up to Century City every day. I literally he probably had her over every day.
Look, I'm gone every weekend.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
From
Yeah.
Thursday to Sunday, I'm out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not doing anything.
Yeah,
I did not cheat one time.
Comedy is tough. Like comedy, I don't get. Like, you really have to have a strong relationship to
I'm not getting no
with
relationship.
comedy.
Strong relationship or a
I'm not-
tracking
I'm
device.
okay. I don't need a relationship. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm out of mine too.
It's a-
You at it?
right,
Yeah.
right,
Shout out to
right.
all the women that are listening.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know I'm playing with
That's
your feelings.
hilarious. I'm such a bachelor.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
such a bad-
formed a pact.
I
over
know.
here and shit.
It's like no ma'am. We're in no ma'am.
This
Nah,
is
I mean,
an
that's-
unbreakable bond.
This is I don't put too much into this, but did you guys see this thing that was going around? It was like it was a bunch of different animals overlaying each other. Like it was this image. It was like a bunch of like translucent images of different animals, right? And it was like whichever one kind of popped out to you first, that was like your
Oh, yes, the
your-
fox
your
one.
spiritual animal. Yeah. So for me, it was a wolf, and
Yes.
I really think it's an analogy like that lone wolf is kind of like what that comedy life is like. We could run with the pack, but for the most part, we need to be woo, just out there in the wild by ourselves, like running around.
It's mad. It is mad lonely on the road.
It's lonely though.
It's mad. People don't think about that,
and they don't think about it. They're like, oh, you get to see different cities. It's
you get to travel, and you get I do get to travel by myself.
You get to fuck a bunch of chicks, Oklahoma sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bunch of chicks
I was on America's Got Talent. I'm not Chris D'Elia. You know what I mean? Like I got a bunch of married family members coming. You know what I mean? My demographic is children and then married people. That's it. Ain't nobody my age or.
Yeah, but you're a good boy.
I'm okay.
You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. I was actually thinking, maybe it's good. Well, I know that actually Shang was very upset that he was missing the show with you because he's a host of the show too, but he's traveling too.
Yeah, he's in Phoenix right now.
Shang, we miss you.
Again.
If he makes it back from Phoenix, then he'll be back, and I told him we'll have you back on the show. If he doesn't melt,
if he's not murdered by a Trump supporter.
No, I meant like the heat. You're the worst, Jeff.
Wait, so when did y'all break up with your people? Like when was it?
Mine was 3 months ago. She and I weren't growing together, and I just feel like for what I'm out here doing, I gotta be by myself. I have to. It hurt. Yeah, we still do our back and forth thing and stuff like that, but I really gotta get it. You know what I mean? I'm a comedian as well, but it's one of them things that I gotta choose me before I choose anything else.
I like what this show is becoming, by the way. It's so not savage as fuck.
I feel like we should be doing this shit over shots right now.
I know, right?
Welcome to Single as Fuck on
We should call this episode Single as Fuck.
That's what this is. So for me, my shit was we were engaged, bro.
Dang, so you have the hardest one.
We lived together for 3 years. That started to not work out. So
what? Well, is it because y'all left together for 3 years? Because at that point you kind of used to each other.
Yeah. So
you know what? Between 3 and 3.5 years is one of the breakoff points. I know that there's a 1.5 year is like one of the breaking points, and between 3 and 3.5 years is one of the breaking points.
So I mean, for me, it was just we were engaged too long and weren't making any plans, and like she wasn't planning a wedding at all. And I stepped in to try and help, and that didn't go well. So at that point, and that's when I should have left. Is when I'm like, you know what? I don't think she's trying to get married to me. There's something about this that is. I know she wants to get married. I know she wants to have kids, but she is not pulling this trigger with me. And I should have bounced in, but you kind of stick around and there's some back and forth, and then. But she's married to a 66-year-old reality TV producer now.
It's like
you just weren't old enough.
I just couldn't be her daddy, and that was one thing. Like she had no.
I mean, daddy. It's like
no.
Like
listen, like she needed to be kept. Like she needed to be taken care of.
She wanted somebody to take care of her.
Yeah.
Her father was very loving, but put a lot into her, and she she's used to that and needed that, and there was things that she was not doing for me, and she's not hearing that because she's beautiful and sexy and fine, and I should be happy with that. And it's
that's what happened.
No,
so
it's like, I should be.
So beautiful,
I was lucky to be with her. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
I'm beginning to think that all of us were dating the same woman. All the same shit y'all talking about.
I don't think we were dating the same person because the person I was dating, I thought was the most amazing person.
I still think that about
I broke up with her, and I was like, man, I made a mistake, but I know I can't be in a relationship right now. So I was like, I know I'm going to pay for it later. So me finding out this stuff was like, it was like, it was good, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It hurts, but it's like, yes,
imagine
it was the validation.
Yes, it was there. I needed that because I'm like, all right, cool. I'm so glad you were.
I was actually thankful when I found out he was cheating on me.
That was God like saying, listen, dog, there it is. Sprinkle 6 text messages.
Sprinkle it on your
Hey man, leave it alone. That's funny. That's hilarious. What were you saying?
I think finding out that they cheated helped me move on. Mm-hmm. I'm actually thankful that I found out, even though it was afterwards and it didn't matter. I think I was too hung up on it.
I'm still immature when it comes to shit like that. I'm 44 years old, but I'm still immature because my mindset is like, all right, she out here fucking around. She doing other shit. And it's pulling me from doing what the hell I'm supposed to do. So maybe she needs to fuck somebody else in order for me to get over this shit.
Oh yeah, man, it helps, man.
Yeah. It helps a lot.
See, I did you a favor,
but I wouldn't have cared if she smashed some other dude. I mean, I would care, but not really. You know what I mean? Like I was like, go do your thing. What I didn't like is when I did something, she made me feel like a horrible human being. She made me feel like the worst human beings. I can't believe you. I don't want you. I'm not. She said she wasn't messing with anybody. It's like, why do you miss him? Why do you? She was saying
that's reverse.
Then she said something about
Projection.
how I had fun with you in New York. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really upset.
No,
I had fun with you in New York.
Let it out.
And you were talking to me when you were in New York.
See?
And then she's like, I can't wait for you to come in LA. And yeah, bro, I just hate her.
Brother,
This is-
it's her
That's
loss,
okay.
my
It sucks,
dude.
bro.
It's
It
her
is.
loss.
My record was like 4 years ago. Actually, I did have that stint.
Yeah, 2 days.
I did have that stint on. I may not have been on drugs, where I got engaged a week after we started dating, but that only
Yes.
lasted for a few months. I don't count that.
Really?
But
That's surprising.
Were y'all in Vegas?
No,
They would have been married if they was in Vegas.
Yeah, right. Oh God, it was actually election day.
Wow.
So
2 years ago.
I was engaged too. So that's 3 people.
I've been engaged twice.
4 people here. Were you engaged or just?
I've never been. I don't think I'm getting married, bro.
I don't think I am either.
I don't think I'm getting. I honestly wanted to get married, and I had contemplated. I was like, I don't know if I should get married. When I was dating her, I was like, I'm more leaning towards getting married. But after this, like, I don't see the point anyway. I'm like, it's just a paper. I mean, I'll probably say this is my wife. I don't want to be 90-some years old, but like, this is my girlfriend. That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess it's,
Meet my lady.
I want kids. I just don't want. To
I
be
called
married.
off my
I don't even know if I
whole.
want
I
kids.
dropped everything and I moved out to LA to be a comic
There you go.
instead of getting married. Her mom like offered to put a down payment on the house and everything.
Man,
I was
You're the
like,
runaway bride.
I was like,
man,
I got to pursue
you
my
got
dreams.
to make it.
Gotta make it.
Hey, that
Gotta make it. And let me tell you something. They
I
come
proposed-
back as soon as you get that
proposed
TV
on
credit.
stage. I proposed on a stage at my home club in front of her mom and all her mom's friends.
Wait, so how long
put
did
too
it
much-
take for you to? Yeah, I know.
You put too much pressure on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's your fault.
We were engaged for 2 years.
So, 2 years.
2 years, and
But how'd
then-
you tell her?
Did I to break up with her?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh no.
That was not a fun experience.
You were already in LA. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm
How do you
no,
gonna
no,
break
no,
that?
no,
You
no,
want to
no,
go
no,
out
for me
tonight?
to
I actually
say
want to go
no.
out never again with him.
We were living in Thousand
But it's
Oaks.
coming from
we were
the
living like
heart.
45 minutes away.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, we just weren't doing good, and I had to break it down. They were like, hey, I got a new sponsor, and I told him about our relationship, and he doesn't think I should get married.
Man, quit blaming people.
my God.
I did the same
What a
thing.
bitch
I did the same
I
thing.
don't think you're
That
gonna
is
change.
such
But-
a bitch move.
In my defense, my sponsor did tell me that I shouldn't get married.
Yeah, but that's not. That's not good. though. You shouldn't be like.
Don't tell
I
her
should
that.
stay
Yeah.
in this relationship.
Because if you really want to be in a
when I'm
relationship,
hurt,
they'll sponsor you. You be like,
baby.
shut up.
Yeah, you'd be like, get a new sponsor.
Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Maybe your sponsor
That's,
wanted you.
that's how I broke the ice.
I know. I've done the same thing, but I'm a hypocrite. But I'm just listening to you.
I'm not gonna be like, hey, you know what? We're still friends. I think we're gonna get back together. Actually,
Oh, is this a one?
Do you
Oh,
really
yeah.
think so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
he
so
really
dope,
does.
man.
After that,
He really does
Yeah.
think so.
I was friends
You
with
what?
mine, and then just go through text messages.
Yeah,
bro.
you know what? I've been
To your
dating.
friend.
I've been dating a lot in LA now, but dude, none of these girls can make me laugh the way my ex can make me laugh.
Same here.
No, man, fuck that. Fuck that.
we are
no,
definitely
seriously.
all dating the same woman.
Hey, y'all, I gotta
Did y'all ever develop your own sense of humor? Like y'all had your own thing. Like
fuck
we
that.
had our own inside
I
jokes.
gotta take this show back to that savage level and let y'all motherfuckers know that there is so much fish in the sea, man. Turn the corner, bend the corner. You gonna find another fine one who she could. There's another one out there that can make you
Hey,
laugh. Dog.
let me just
Don't
And
say
get
she's
in
one
that
funny
space.
as fuck.
We can all do better.
Hey.
We can all do better. Trust me.
Did
Trust
any
me
of
on
y'all
that.
cry? I cried.
Oh, I
course.
cried, bro. Come
I
on,
cried.
man.
You know
Yeah,
what?
man.
I
I
fucked
cried.
up the other night. I was high and I put on this old video I made of her, like
see?
a
Nope,
Valentine's
don't
Day
reminisce,
video.
dog.
I was like, what am I doing watching this?
Don't reminisce.
Oh, bro, I
Either.
deleted
Don't-
everything
don't
she,
reminisce. Move
everything she. I deleted everything that started with the letter of her name. Anything that started. Yeah, that's right.
He's like,
I'm going to Jacksonville. I deleted that whole
Yeah,
day at my
yeah.
calendar. I
Now
was like, no
J-
J's.
there's a lot of
now I
J's.
know my ABDs. Hey y'all, this is Savage as Fuck. Dash Radio, Dash Comedy, y'all. We about to take a quick break, y'all. We'll be right back at your ass. Holla. Yeah, what's going down, y'all? This your boy Black Pedro right here. Savage as Fuck on Dash Radio. Dash Comedy is the channel. Make sure that you're touching your dash. If you're in that brand new GM vehicle, you know, we are built in. Touch that dash, baby. Touch it. Just a dash on
We're
the dash.
dash in dash in dash.
In dash. It's all in your dash right there. Make sure that you're on the website, www.dashradio radio.com/comedy. That'll get you there too. Make sure you download the Dash app to your phone or smart device. You know what I'm saying? Get that. Go to the App Store, go to the Google Play Store, download the Dash. It's an app, right? You could just touch it, and then you go to the Dash Comedy. And then on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. and the same time on Fridays, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can listen to us, Savage as Fuck, and do that. And then you could also find us on iTunes or like Stitcher or any of those platforms. And on Mondays, we release that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you can't catch us on our airings,
There's
then you
plenty
can-
of us to go around.
we in your face, baby. We in your Dash. We in your car. You can't avoid
We
us.
follow you.
That's what we're doing. Black Pedro here. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Black Pedro. Mr. Gary O'Neill, let them know where they can follow you, man.
You can follow me on Instagram. It's GW O'Neill Comedian.
Yes, sir.
That's
And
smooth.
On Facebook, Gary Wayne O'Neill Jr.
Actually, on Facebook, it's Gary W.
Is
I
it?
just looked it up. Yeah.
I don't know my own
I just
shit.
tagged you on our video.
I like how you when you gave your social media info, it sounded like a public service announcement. Like on Instagram, you can. It was good.
That's my radio voice.
No, I got it. No, it was. I like it. That was excellent.
you. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Technically proficient, Mr. Preacher Lawson, man. Where can the peoples find you?
I'm at
Where can they
Preacher
follow
Lawson on everything: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. Everything is at YouTube is Preacher Lawson. I'm the only Preacher Lawson.
That's
So,
a great name, by the way, man.
Thank you,
It
brother.
sounds
My
like
mom thought
a
it.
it sounds like a superhero alias. You know what I mean? Like Preacher Lawson by
is.
day.
It is his
And then
superhero
at
alias.
night you
You don't
grab-
know what his real name is.
I
I
like-
know what his real name is.
I
But
don't want to blow
Preacher
up your
is my
spot.
real name.
That's it. Yeah, no,
I got a homeboy named Preacher that lives in Arizona.
that's
Oh,
super
does he?
dope, man.
I was just in Arizona last week.
Yeah.
same
So-
person?
You
Same
talking about
person?
me? Yeah.
No. I would have known.
There's a TV show called
Because
Preacher.
if it was him, I would have gave you that $50 I borrowed from you.
So you might know Preacher from America's Got Talent.
I don't let people borrow money.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
give it to them, and I just never see it again.
Shit,
All of
let's talk after
Preacher,
this.
all of my cousins and family members are a big fan of yours.
Oh, they're big fans of me.
Preachers. Yeah.
Big
Ooh,
fans.
Tell your
Big
people
fans.
I said what's up.
Big shout out.
Say
Big
it, to
shout out, man.
say it yourself. Say it right now.
Hey, what's up, family? I appreciate y'all voting for me. They probably didn't vote for me,
Yeah,
but I
Caitlin
appreciate
voted
y'all
for you.
watching.
Some
Thank
of
you,
them voted.
Caitlin. I love you the most. Thank you,
That's it.
Caitlin.
Jeff, you want to
Oh, did I
hop in on
just-
this shit?
Jeff Urea.
You almost fucked up.
I know.
Jeff Urea.
Jeff Urea. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Jeff Urea. Urrea. I have to say Urea so people can know how to say it.
Urea.
They say Urea, they spell with the O and shit. You know, it's
We
Jeff
just became
Urea.
friends.
Oh hell yeah, we're
we
Facebook
go.
friends.
I
now.
accepted
Oh my
you.
God, adorable.
We're Facebook friends.
Cassie Dang, where can they find you?
I
at?
am on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at literally everywhere. TWNKEE. Twinkie.
That's
Twinkie with
it.
no I.
No I.
You got it. And Dang Comedy Live.
That's it.
Check Dang Comedy Live out. It's a part of Dang Entertainment. Dang Comedy Live has a show at Laugh Factory Hollywood this coming Monday.
That's it.
Actually with Preacher Lawson on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love Preacher. Preacher was on my Huntington Beach Rec Room show
That was fun.
where he watched me almost barf in public
Yay.
from bumper cars.
That was hilarious.
I almost barfed again a second time from the Ninja Warrior course.
Ninja.
I only did half of it. I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna barf.
Oh, I brought my girlfriend there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know her. I drove you guys.
Fuck that show.
I think she was. I think I scared her. Honestly,
What do you mean you scared her?
with my driving,
Oh, maybe. I don't.
I scare a lot of people with my driving. But
Oh, yeah. You drive crazy.
But we got there safely.
We did.
See,
I don't
I know what I'm
know.
doing. You know, you guys. Okay, this is Ready's secret time. I was arrested when I was 18 for street racing. That's the only time I've ever
Were
been
you?
arrested.
Oh,
It was
I've
just
never
street
been
racing.
arrested.
Street racing. Look at you living a dangerous life out there.
I know, I'm fast and furious.
I've
you
been
guys.
arrested, but not for street racing.
No,
Who, me?
no.
Oh, okay.
Gary.
I just want to put me in there. But listen, I've never been arrested in my entire life.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hey,
You're a
man,
good boy.
keep that streak alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
man.
that alive, man.
I wish I could say the same, man.
Yeah.
What'd you get
and me
arrested for?
I have had a DUI situation in my past, which I've tried very hard to outlive, but it seems to keep catching up. I'm just joking. Yeah, I had a DUI once.
No, but it's true, man. I mean, like stuff like that, it just ruins a lot of things. And it's like you can just. I feel like you should. I don't know if there's a situation where you get a DUI and it's like stuck on your record for like 5 years or something like that.
10.
See, 10. That's too
10
long.
smooth years, brother. Actually, it was supposed to be 7 years, and then they kicked my can down the road. They changed the law, made it 10 years, and then they kicked the can down the road. Like, no, you got 3 more years. I'm
See,
like,
it
okay,
used to be you
fantastic.
can blow a .12 and then it was a .10. And then it was a .08. And there used to be 3 years, and then 5 years, and then 7 years, and then now 10 years.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Because
in their
nothing's
defense,
happening.
you shouldn't be driving drunk.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
not.
Right.
I'm not.
I'm glad
complaining
that
about
getting
that.
caught.
Yeah,
Bro,
That's
I've
what-
driven
I'm
with
like,
people that just throw it back. They
Yeah.
like while they're driving.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I mean, I kind of grew up in that culture, and like in Detroit, that's how it was. Like most of the grown men I knew, minus my grandfather, they had something brown in the console there, like just sitting right there, a little ice. The liquor stores used to sell,
Cup holders?
plastic
Cup
cups.
holders?
No, they plastic cups, and then they would start to sell the plastic cup with ice in it in the Ziploc bag,
Same
like
thing
in the
really?
freezer.
In a
Yeah,
Ziploc bag?
They
Like,
used
what
to
do
do that in D.C.
Yeah, man. So
Hilarious.
same
That's
shit.
crazy.
Hey, so
That is
listen, y'all.
crazy.
This has got to be outside of politics, the absolute hottest topic going on right now, and we are talking about. So I
LeBron James
brought it up a couple weeks ago, and we were
And I shot it down.
L.A. Bron.
I shot it down. I will admit that I was the first to say, nah, he's not going to do it.
but now
He's not going to go to L.A. or he's not going to
That's what
switch.
He's not going to go to LA.
She didn't think he was
I
going
didn't
to.
think he was
She didn't
gonna
think he was
LA.
going to.
I thought he was too proud.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about it on
Really?
the show.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think so.
So
Well,
yeah,
now-
4-year deal, $153.3 million. LeBron James is going to be here in Los Angeles as a Laker, purple and gold. Are we excited? Does this make the Lakers a
What
contender?
do you mean, are
What's
we
going-
excited? Who's like mad about this?
Lots
I
of
mean,
people are
The only
mad.
people are mad are Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
only thing.
there are lots of people, lots of LA fans who hate LeBron.
They
I
can't,
bet
they
you
can't hate
they'll
now.
love
I
him.
don't-
He's the
know.
best
I
player.
don't-
in it. No, those
They
people
don't hate him.
LA fans
There
are
are.
I've never
they're fair
heard.
weather.
Oh,
LA fans are fair weather. They got the best player on the planet right
They
now.
just went from Lonzo Ball
Yeah.
to LeBron James. You think they're mad?
No.
They're gonna.
I'm not.
They're probably gonna get a. No, they're not.
That's like trading in a
I
Volkswagen
wanna say.
Bug.
I
I
want
know
to say
at
they're gonna
least
get a
one
ring.
person who's very angry about it because
You
he
do?
hates LeBron and he loves the Lakers. But that's dumb. That's
This
stupid.
doesn't make any sense. So why does he hate LeBron?
I don't know.
Because he.
That's some personal shit.
It
That's
doesn't. It
shit.
doesn't make any sense. So you hate LeBron because he's not on your team. Now he is.
But you know
Yeah,
what? I
that's-
realized that all the greats have gone through this before. Where I'd say Chuck Liddell. People hated Chuck Liddell. He's a champion. People hated Tom Brady. They hated Brett Favre. They hated Floyd Mayweather.
And you said Chuck Liddell. That was old school.
I'm a Chuck Liddell fan.
Are you?
That's like the homie.
He's
I gotta
okay.
respect him.
Yeah,
Chuck's a
that's-
beast. Chuck used to not. Chuck had a problem with who he fought. He fought Rashad Evans. He fought Rampage.
He got knocked
He
out.
looks. He
Got
literally
knocked
looks
out.
like a beast.
Yeah, Chuck's a bad
He's a
boy.
monster. He is a monster.
See, Chuck used to
He's gonna
go-
fight Tito in the second.
Chuck used to live in Santa Barbara, and I used to live with his friends, and they were telling me all the stories about he would go through Isla Vista and beat up skinheads.
Yeah.
He'd look up guys with the shade, with the look, the shaved head, and everything, and call them out and beat the shit out of them
Awesome.
in Isla Vista. That's how you got to start
Just got a
fighting.
That's like a vigilante,
Really?
vigilante
Just got
bullshit.
a new fan out of me.
That's
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah, he's my favorite fighter now.
He's kind of like the Iron Fist, but like
So
not.
yeah. So a lot of moves in the NBA though, right? It's not just LeBron, right? The Lakers have also added Rajon Rondo, right? And
Oh my God.
Lance Stevenson. What is this?
Lance
for the-
Stevenson
Yeah.
is on the Lakers
Yes.
with
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
hilarious.
Blowing on his
But
ear
no,
and
but,
blowing
but,
his ear.
Yeah.
real
I-
talk though, that's a fire lineup. That's already. I mean, they just got DeMarcus Cousins.
And
Golden State.
JaVale
though.
McGee.
Golden State got
Golden State DeMarcus
And- oh,
for
yeah, and-
$5 million. How is he gonna live though? He's
Well, okay,
$5
so-
million and he's living in LA.
No,
He's
no,
doing
no,
it for
no.
free, man.
No, Cousins.
He's doing it for
No,
free.
Cousins
He
is
gonna be
going
in my
up to.
apartment
He's going up to
Yeah,
Oakland.
he about to be roommates with me.
He's going up to Oakland, right? But the thing about Cousins is he's coming off of and he's still not off it. He won't be available till like November, December. But he's coming off an Achilles. Now this is a 7-foot man. He's Achilles tear, 7-foot man, 300 pounds. Yeah, let's see who he is when he comes back. I don't know, but even
How old is
still,
he?
I don't
He's
know.
young.
That
But
matters.
yeah, and I'm not quite sure exactly his age, but he could be a good piece for Golden State and could be ready to go by the time the playoffs come around. I still don't think this makes the Lakers though truly a contender out west, right? Like they need one more piece. Like they need Kawhi still.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
take just Kawhi. I would have been happy with just Kawhi.
That wouldn't have been enough.
I know, but I love him.
But they got to dump off 3.
But then they're gonna have to lose
They got
Sometime,
rid
yeah.
of
Probably gonna have to lose
Julius Randle.
I love the term. They said they renounced him. I'm like,
Oh no, that's so funny. Like he's
I'm like,
royalty.
Yeah, like he's lost his dukeship or whatever you call it.
I know my buddy Ed is like crying about Julius being gone.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he liked about the Laker games.
I'm not a Laker fan. I actually hate the fucking Lakers.
I hate the Lakers too, man. I
grew
really
up-
do, man.
I'm
I hate-
a Wizards
I
fan.
hate. You know why? You know why I hate the Lakers? Because when I was younger, I was a huge Blazers fan. I was a huge. We used to listen to the radio, man. I was when I'm talking about like with
Bonzi
with
Wells
Smith.
and all
Yeah,
that.
You had your what's the name? Rashad, not Rashad.
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace, man. Like
Wait
that
a
was.
minute. You said you listened to radio. Like, how old are you?
Yeah, no,
I was listening to the radio, man.
Oh, I thought you meant like because it wasn't no TV. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I knew when he said a Blazers, and when he was a kid, I knew you meant like the
I know,
Bonzi
I
Wells team.
know.
Yeah.
The Blazer teams when I was a kid were
Scottie
like,
Pippen was on that
was
team.
like Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter and all them.
Oh, word.
But yeah. He's like, yeah, Google all that, young man.
No, I know who that is, but I didn't think you looked that.
Wasn't Scotty on that Portland team too?
He was later on, but that was already after I stopped being a fan of the Blazers because I was mad. And I stopped watching basketball. I was so mad because I was such a huge fan that I stopped watching basketball, and then I didn't get back into it until like I don't know.
Wait, why did you
recently,
stop?
Because I was really upset with the Blazers.
With the Blazers that they didn't.
They ruined it. They ruined it, and then they just. Man, I don't even want to talk about it.
It's a lot of
heartbreak all over the place.
yeah.
Heartbreak
We're bringing up a
all
lot
over
of
the
tough
place.
subjects for preachers.
It's hard to be a diehard sports fan and a comic at the same time.
Oh, really?
Some of this
no.
real, you're old as fuck.
No, I do that shit. I ride with my teams, and so the only thing that really makes me happy about this LeBron trade is that he's now out of my division. So the Pistons have to play him less now. Like we're only gonna see him twice a year now. And
Pistons,
I go
they're not.
to 5 or 6 Laker games a year.
Well, the good thing about it is if he has to face Golden State, he can just get them out the way and then they're done.
But they're not ready for Golden State still.
I mean, no, because they still have to gel together.
They lost JaVale McGee to the Lakers, so JaVale McGee is now a Laker. But that's what Boogie is about. That's what Cousins is doing. So this move for LeBron, right? This is more than just basketball, though, right? Like this is about it's about getting to LA. And
I mean,
getting
his
that
wife
LBJ
loves
brand, out
Getting
here.
that train wreck 2 money.
Yeah, and they had already kind of released some weeks back that his son was like enrolled in a local school.
Yeah, Sierra Canyon.
Yeah,
They got some.
There's like a basketball factory up there. You know what I mean?
The talent over there is. I've gone to a couple of those Sierra Canyon games.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, his daughter plays Sierra.
Is it a private school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name's Charisma. She's like one of the biggest like players in yeah.
Wait,
She
she's
had to
like
be
big,
good.
like
Her
physically.
name is
No.
I thought you meant big
Her
physically.
name Charisma. She required.
She had to be good.
But she is a beast.
That's awesome.
That's dope. Yeah, no, so his son was already sort of committed to that program. It was all starting to make sense anyways, right? And he's at that point where it's not just about basketball anymore, right? It's mogul time, right?
Yeah.
It's this time to like Shaq sell suits and cereal and
It works for Kobe.
more sodas, you know what I mean?
But-
More Sprite. You know what I'm saying? Get that more of that going out there, you know? Sprite. Y'all seen this commercial, right? You haven't seen this LBJ commercial? LeBron James?
Is it the one? Is it one that?
He has a whole Sprite campaign and blah blah blah. And
Did
so
Neil
there's
Brennan?
different ones.
I think
but-
Neil Brennan directed those.
Oh really?
Neil Brennan
I think
directed.
Jamar Neighbors is in one of them.
Yeah,
he
because,
is. He
because
was in
Neil.
one of
Yeah,
them,
because
yeah.
Neil directed the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Super Bowl
but they all
commercial.
end with that Sprite.
That's dumb.
That was me on that. I did the voiceover for that.
You
So.
did.
Plug, self plug,
job,
promo. No,
It was good work.
let me stop
Good work.
paying them motherfuckers.
Man, it's cold, man.
What?
You don't think it's cold?
In this room?
I'm freezing.
I got
right
on
now.
all
Really?
I'm freezing.
That was the most non sequitur this show has ever gone.
I thought you meant you. I was
It's
like,
cold.
that wasn't. I mean, that wasn't that bad.
I think maybe because it's just so hot outside that this room is like, it feels
I'm
like
still
it's cold.
hot.
Nah, it feels good. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, y'all feeling right? Yeah, I feel
But I'm
feel
still
great,
a little,
man.
What?
recovering from the heat from outside earlier.
I mean, tomorrow's gonna be pretty hot.
It's
4th of
supposed
July.
to be in the hundreds.
What are you guys doing
Sometimes.
for the 4th? It is the holidays. By the time our viewers are listening to this, it will be the 4th.
Yeah, happy 4th of July,
I
listeners.
said that at the top, baby. Yeah, let's let the sparklers fly. We are, breaking up with freedom as we speak. The Supreme Court done lost its mind. Our president is a dictator, orange Cheeto monkey.
Wait,
And-
so what happened?
What? So yeah, like last week, the Supreme Court they upheld
Oh, yeah,
Trump's travel ban on certain Muslim nations. Then they kind of supported these religious parenting centers,
Anti-abortion clinics.
Yeah, anti-abortion clinics basically here in California, and then
Anthony Kennedy, Justice.
Yeah, he
threw in the towel.
Announces his retirement basically at the end of the month. So
He dropped the mic.
and Trump's going to replace him with probably some Stepford supermom robot woman who's had 6 kids and is a judge.
This is why it's really, really important
And a
to
MILF,
vote, folks.
a milfy judge, conservative lady, Catholic robot.
That was,
Killer
and
from
that
the
was always
future.
a risk with Trump as president. That was always going to be a risk.
Can Michael Cohen just snitch already? What the fuck?
Oh, it's coming down. Dude.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that-
coming down.
But then you can't take
soon.
away the justice.
And that is actually one of the platforms that the Democrats can hopefully use to delay a pick is that Trump is under an open investigation, so maybe they can use that. So maybe.
Do y'all think he's gonna win again?
If he doesn't get fired,
Yeah.
he'll win.
Yeah.
I think he'll get fired though.
I don't think he's going to do.
Well,
no, you know
he'll
what?
He'll quit before he gets
To be
impeached.
honest with you, I think he'll probably end up doing the full 8.
No.
I think he'll get reelected. I'm not hoping because I hope he has a fucking heart attack. But I mean, I
So
think
you
he's gonna.
think that, you think Trump is gonna get reelected?
Here's the thing: 100% of Trump voters are going to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
The Democrats, they first of all, there's no like big front runners right now for the Democrats. We don't know who's going to be. I mean, by this time, 8 years ago, there was no Obama either. We didn't have Obama around.
People after the Oscars, people wanted to say Oprah, and it's like,
Yeah,
bro, slow
no,
down.
no more
She don't want that.
celebrities.
This
She
is
don't want
not
it.
a celebrity
want that?
contest.
No
She
more
said she don't want
celebrities. But
I
the
wouldn't
thing
want
is,
Well, The Rock and
There's
Will
The Rock
Smith.
said, yeah.
I'm
There's
talking
a
about.
huge-
Tom
I think Will
Hanks.
Smith is trying to. He's about to run for president.
there's this huge like rift.
I'm not joking.
in the
I'm dead
Democrats.
serious.
Yeah.
Like if you watch him, if you watch
I know.
his blogs,
Yeah, he
his
has, like-
vlogs, on YouTube and just the way he speaks and what he talks about, and he's
Setting himself up for it.
yeah.
He's
And then
science-
he mentioned it.
He's a
He mentioned
Scientologist, right?
it. No,
Really?
no.
You sure?
How long have you been believing that? No, it's not
I
Scientology.
thought he was a Scientologist.
Well, he says he's not, so maybe he's
Who,
Okay.
Will Smith?
I don't
Yeah.
think he. I've never.
Yeah,
And you
well,
can't-
he's
you
definitely
can't-
a Scientologist.
Be one and not claim
said-
it.
He
yeah,
says he's
yeah.
not?
You can't just.
Nah, I don't
that's
know,
like
man.
Fight Club
him
rules.
and his wife and Tom Cruise are all for like really close.
Yeah.
They're all really close.
First rule of Scientology is you say
my
United
best
Scientology.
have
friend's
to.
gay, so I mean, he's still like women.
I'm just wondering if Scientologist. But yeah,
true.
I think Tom Hanks should run.
Tom
I'd vote for
Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
I'd go for Tom.
No
know.
celebrities,
Really?
man. That's not.
Yeah,
that's
but
not
see,
what they
here's
do.
the
He wouldn't even
We
be able to
say-
be seen over the podium.
You think
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is going to run?
No,
she's
but
saying,
I would.
She's saying Tom Hanks, not Tom Cruise.
No, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Right.
Tom Hanks should run. He would win.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
I love
okay.
Tom Hanks.
No celebrity should run for fucking president.
You know, we say that, but a
Yeah, it's
celebrity
gonna
already
happen,
ran.
though.
A
Yeah,
celebrity is
yeah.
already running the country. Already.
Yeah.
We
I'm
have
saying,
a
like,
habit of electing.
And look what's happening. I'm hoping that the.
But you
I'm hoping
can't. You
the shit-
can't say that Trump is the same. You know what I mean? Like you can't say he's the same type of celebrity as like Tom Hanks.
No.
'Cause Tom Hanks
No.
doesn't have all this trouble. He doesn't have all these. All these.
Tom
women.
Hanks is intelligent. Fuck that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's a
Like,
great guy.
I get that, but yeah.
Before Trump was president, he would say things and I would laugh at it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I laugh and I get mad at myself. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
You
laughing
got
at
me.
myself.
Now
He
it's
got
scary.
me.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like when a Ted Nugent song comes on. Like, God damn it, this is a good song, but I hate this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
don't-
come on, baby.
I'm hoping that Trump's own bad policies end up biting him in the ass so that he doesn't get reelected. So like this tariff war with China. I don't think we realize how much like jobs are already starting to be cost. Because of this. Like, and so I think once Americans start to feel that, hopefully they'll see that this guy isn't so good for us.
This thing that he did with the
LeBron
kids.
James should run for
Fingers
president.
crossed.
This thing that he did with the kids, separating him.
Yeah.
That was some of the
could have
most
been enough.
fucking just disrespectful.
No, but
I mean,
that's not gonna upset his base
it's not. It's not.
because they
But
immediately
weren't they
jumped
doing
out
this
there.
before?
They immediately
Nah, not
jumped
like
out there
this.
like
Not
dirty
like this.
Mexicans.
Not
No, they
not intentionally separating children from
no,
parents.
not like
with
this.
no plan to reunite them, like no logistical way to reunite them. Because once all this came to light and they got criticized, then they're like, "Oh, we should sit down and plan a way to reunite them." It's like, "Well, you didn't have
Yeah, there's
one
already they've already done studies. They're saying that there's going to be over at least minimum 200 kids that will never see the parents.
Never
again.
see their fucking
Never
parents
see
ever
the
again,
parents
dude. Like,
again.
just trying to migrate to America for a better life, and got
crazy.
separated. They have not tracked all of that properly. Yeah, so hopefully all these things, but stuff like that isn't going to affect his base. Like I was saying, like they immediately jumped on and were like, the dirty monkey Mexicans, put them in the cage, line them all up, shoot them in the face. You know what I mean? Like those people don't give a shit about treating immigrants properly.
Well,
like
what's fucked up too is we have veterans that have been deported to Mexico
Yeah.
because of this stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's so fucked up.
Because we don't want to check their citizenship when they're willing to pick up a gun to defend the nation. But
Yeah, I've been watching the Vietnam War documentary, and like one of the first guys that was ever army pilots that was ever shot down is this full-on Mexican dude who, like, he said that when they had captured him, he started speaking Spanish because he didn't know what else to do, and like I guess that could have saved him. But I'm like, my mom was there. I'm like, look, Mom, this Mexican guy just fucking like. Who was in the Vietnam War, was in Vietnam.
he was in the shit.
And like his family was probably like
was in
iced
the
out.
He got shot down. He's like, Floridas.
He was in the shit.
Elote, tamales.
You want everything, my friend? Everything?
That's hilarious, man. Guys, so this is Dash Radio Savages. Fuck y'all. One more time, guys. Hit them with your social media. Let them know what's going on, where they can follow you. Also, let them know shows coming up. Where can people see you?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Tonight, I am actually at the Ontario Improv with
Yes,
Dante
sir.
Chang and friends.
Yeah.
Dante is another fellow from the DMV.
Yes, sir.
My handle, once again, in the radio voice is GW O'Neill Comedian. And on Facebook, it's Gary W. O'Neill Jr.
Yes, sir.
I can be found there.
That's it. Preacher Lawson. Hit 'em with
Preacher
your-
Lawson, everything on all the social medias. I will be tonight at the Improv. I'm going up first, and then I'm going to the Laugh Factory. It starts at 7:30,
Yes, sir.
and I'll be in Virginia. this
Virginia.
weekend. Yeah.
Okay. Good
What about
shit.
next week?
Next week, Monday, I'm getting my haircut. And I'm just playing. I'm doing a show at the Laugh Factory again with Cassadine.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Nice.
After your haircut.
After my
Still get the haircut.
Yeah.
That's Jay Davis' show tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay
It's,
Davis. Shout out to Jay.
it's Kevin Nielsen's new joke.
Nealon's.
Nealon, sorry.
He took my date. This was originally my date was tonight, and then I was like, Kevin took it.
It's all
That's
good.
cool. I like it.
It's all love.
Jeff
Jeff.
Urea at Jeff Urea, URREA. You guys can find me. I'll be at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club the 12th and the 19th. And then me, Shang, and this handsome gentleman over here, Black Pedro,
Hey.
will be at the Ontario Improv on July 10th. So
That's
come
going
catch
down.
this, guys, with Shang.
That's it.
Monday. No, me, right? Me.
Yeah, you go.
Twinkie. TWNKEE. Twinkie with no I. Dan Comedy Live. Laugh Factory Monday, 7:45 show with this guy, Preacher Lawson.
Yeah.
Josh Wolf.
Say my name. Say my name.
I'm going to be there
Oh,
to
don't
support
get
you
me started,
guys.
Destiny Child.
I'll be there to support you guys.
Yay! Josh Wolf, Mary Lynn Rice Cub, and Byron Bowers, hosted by Johnny Mitchell. And everything else, Dash Comedy. Keep looking for Dash
Yeah.
Comedy stuff.
Keep checking for us, y'all. This is Black Pedro. Make sure you hit me on Instagram at Black Pedro. Before we go, Preacher, man, share with us what your America's Got Talent experience was like, brother. Because that's a big thing. That's NBC. That's
Changed
doing
my life,
big
man.
things. Big things.
Changed my life. It was the most nervous I've ever been in my life was before I went on stage for the first time, and before I performed on the AGT the first time. As soon as I got on stage, I was fine. But so it was really nerve wracking. But it's pretty cool, man. I have a lot of friends and family members now. From that show,
Just from the experience.
Yeah,
like fellow performers and
Yeah,
stuff.
fellow performers. I also have more family members and friends that I didn't know I had.
Right. They're like, hey, cousin.
Hey man, how you doing?
Hey,
No, real talk.
you know I'm your uncle on your uncle's brother's side.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm your dad's brother. I don't know my dad. Yeah, well, yeah, man.
But that's
you
I'm-
know me. Yeah. So I mean, it was pretty crazy experience. It was fun. It
Who's your
definitely
favorite judge?
Howie is my favorite judge personally. Simon for business reasons. Mel
Cool.
B is fine.
Yep.
Is Tyra cool?
Tyra is so chill.
Really?
For
I like
some
Tyra.
reason, I was like, man, she is gonna be a diva. And she was just the chillest person.
Yeah.
She was so dope.
That's good
dope,
to
man.
hear.
She's very funny.
Gary, what's the most Gary for you? What's the most like nerve-wracking experience going up on stage for you?
We can take maybe a couple of weeks ago. I performed in New Mexico,
Yeah.
And first of all, there's absolutely nothing to do in New Mexico.
Yes.
I performed for 12 people.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
There should have been more people if there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. It was in a casino. But there was a back room. And then there was
In
12
Bad
people.
Night.
Yeah. So, and most of them were like senior citizens. So it was like, I couldn't like really. I mean, how do you relate to a senior citizen?
And, you just ask them questions.
I get along
let them
really
tell
well with
stories
senior
about their
citizens.
life.
Yeah. I tell you what, old people give the best advice.
Yeah,
They do.
They give
They
the
do.
best.
They got knowledge.
Yeah.
As long as they can remember it, they got it. It's in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Got to get it out. Access code.
But yeah, I mean, they flew me out. I got there. There was no hotel in the casino.
Okay.
So the casino was 20 minutes back from the hotel.
From the hotel. Okay.
And
Why was it so bad?
it was just so unorganized. They didn't even
But
promote
so
the
it's
show.
not you.
First of all,
Obviously.
they skipped a day. They had a week before where they promoted and they had a great turnout. Then this next week they were like, you know what, we're gonna take a break, but still come out. I'm like, is this where my fucking career is headed?
Promoting's the worst.
It is, because I had my own room and it started out fine, and then it just started,
It's hard.
getting
Yeah,
bad.
it's hard to maintain it, man. And that's for all those listeners out there in America. I know you're listening. Everybody in America listens to our show, guys. So
Everybody.
you're welcome.
All
You're
of
welcome.
them.
You're
All of them.
welcome. But this is the thing. These
Not
are
'cause we
the
have
things
talent.
we go through as comedians out here in this world, man. This is Savage as Fuck, y'all. Thank y'all for listening so much. Make sure you keep listening to Dash Radio and the Dash Comedy Channel. Keep following us on iTunes and Stitcher. Keep following us in your Dash, in your car, in your GM vehicle, in your Tesla that nobody can hear, that can drive itself. It's fantastic. I am Black Pedro here. We're going to have Shang right back in the studio next week. We thank you, Cassie Dang. We can't thank you, Jeff Urea. We thank you, Preacher Lawson, and we thank you, Gary O'Neill, for coming out, y'all.
Yeah.
Very much appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you for
guys.
having me.
Keep listening to Savage as Fuck, y'all. We are out.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. Tune in next week.
Good night.
Thanks for watching.
I'm going to keep doing this until Cassie kills the mics. Ah.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I like it. I like that.